Hello everyone! We all saw the news the other day about Google conference, where AI was mentioned at least 2000 times. Almost everything presented was related to AI, and if something wasn't connected to AI, it seemed irrelevant. The most important component presented was PAL2, the version of the language model that's pushing the boundaries in the ongoing race of increasing model sizes. PAL was introduced in April 2022 with 440 billion parameters. But we need to remember that GPT-4 has 1.7 trillion parameters. And now PAL2 is there with a massive number of parameters. And we will talk about that later. The problems we face today in May 2023 are similar to the ones we experimented with OpenAI. Many components remain in a limited access state. To use OpenAI APIs, to use plugins with OpenAI, to use PAL AI, you need to register and wait for access. If you want to connect to BER, you need to be living in USA or UK, and the list goes on. So, what's new about the model Google presented this week? While it is impressive, as many of you may have seen, it is connected to the internet and trained it in 2023, but as maybe you know, next week GPT-4 will be connected to internet too, and most of the plugins will be open too. The integration with Google Lens is excited, but okay, still it's not open. When you're using BER, you can see that there are still issues, as you can see in the screen, such for example that is failing answering basic question, or for example is not understanding certain language, like for example Spanish. So really BER only speak in English today. There is something like is cool, and it's possibility to give a Git repo, for example, and ask for a summary. But when you ask, for example, to create a code to scrape all the products I've named that you have in an Amazon web page, like for example this one, but offer to you 3 options code. But sadly, none of one of those work, as you can see. Google introduced 4 models: Gecko with 1.2 billion of parameters, Otter with 137 billion of parameters, Bison with 540 billion of parameters, and Unicorn with no info about that yet. Google Cloud connects to PAL2 through Vertex AI, allowing the user to access Bison model in a new area called Model Garden. The catch is that you need API access, so it's primarily a showcase for a potential future functionality. As you see, if you visit the Model Garden with the Vertex AI in GCP, you find 2 models, PAL API for text and chat. If you visit the chat page, for example, you will find instructions on using the API with your code. The open prompt design is similar to OpenAI Basic Playground, where you can set the context for your chatbot and provide examples. You can also adjust options like temperature or token limit, just as in OpenAI. PAL2 has a potential to be fantastic, but as of now, it is in limited state. It is important to remember that these companies spend millions daily to offer those tools for free, and opening access to everything will drive in cost even higher. Taking my personal opinion, BER has very fantastic options, but currently is more or less like ChatGPT 3.5. It's faster, yes, answering question. It's connected to internet too, but next week ChatGPT will be connected too. So today we can say that Google was in panic and they need to show many new themes, but really there is nothing ready yet. I hope that you like the video. Don't forget to like, and see you next week.
Do you think your project infrastructure is well set and maintained? We know for sure there is always room for improvement. If you are uncertain where to begin, let's first do an audit of what you already have. We will review your setup from every angle: performance, cost, security, high availability, automation, and provide you with a detailed roadmap of which direction your infrastructure should go, generate concrete tasks for you to implement, or even take on your infra entirely, if you let us, of course.